doing a little impromptu this morning. Since Diane's not here, the order service didn't get printed out. In fact, it didn't get designed. So my recommendation is to just accept the fact that we're gonna wing it. And I'm trying to remember, isn't there something in the Bible about that?
About waiting?
Winging it?
Oh, winging it, probably.
Something to do with Icarus, I think.
We have to do our emphasis. Affirmation.
Okay, well, the next thing that we have is the lighting, welcome and lighting of the Christ candle. And we do welcome everybody. It's a real pleasure to see you. I've actually had experiences before where I've taught to empty rooms. I guarantee you that it's more fun when there's people here. So I'm glad that everybody showed up. So, let me see. I guess I'll light the Christ candle unless someone wants to do it. No takers. And we light this Christ candle at every service, every activity, as a reminder of the truth of who and what we are. That we are the expression of God demonstrating itself as humanity. And that's quite an accomplishment. Next, we have our affirmation for the day, for the activity here. I will read it once and then we can do it together, and I'm sure you remember it because we've done it so many times. We are a radiating center of divine love, mighty to attract our good and to radiate good to others. Want to try this together? We are a radiating center of divine love, mighty to attract our good and to radiate good to others. Excellent. So now we'll do the daily word. And look at that, we've got a volunteer.
Microphone.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning, Edward.
The daily word today is friendly. I greet others with a friendly and open heart. The Bible contains many stories that encourage hospitality towards strangers. For instance, Jesus welcomed everyone to his ministry, from the hungry and the sick to strangers and social outcasts. He loved unconditionally. The same loving energy is within me. When I greet others with a friendly smile, I not only am sharing one of the great lessons of Jesus, I am expanding my world and giving myself the chance to learn and grow. If I feel hesitant meeting new people, I remember how it felt to be welcomed by friendly people when I was new to a school, job, church, or town. I was grateful for those people who extended themselves in friendship to me. These memories inspire me to be friendly now. In Matthew 25:35, for I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you welcomed me.
The song we're going to do is 195. And I have to stand if you can. We're small, but we're mighty. So let's sing it out.
distance here so we don't hurt ourselves.
Catch it. There you catch it.
Nice.
I used to work for a circus.
Eh,
No, that's a
Are you
lie.
gonna use the microphone?
I'll try to.
Okay. All right, you get a stand?
Yeah, this was wrapped around
the Unity Circus, you know how it is.
Do you want
I
this
do.
stand? Sorry.
That's
Do you want this? Okay, I'll move it over to you. Go ahead and sit down. There you go.
it. See, I can do all kinds of magic.
We are magical. There we go. How's that?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think we're gonna do sharing now. Anybody have anything to share?
Well, actually, yeah. The annual meeting is gonna be on the 17th of May, following probably about 12:30. Our annual meeting, the annual business meeting.
Okay, and that's the opportunity for everybody to come if you're a member and vote, if there's something to vote on. Okay? That's good. Well, I have something I wanted to share off of Daily Word. See if I can get through this. At the beginning, it talked about sharing food and good times with people. And I was reminded, in Rocco, Erico and I were talking once, and he was pointing out that in the Near East, it's a habit to be kind to your people that are coming, even if they're your enemies. And so what happens if you're an enemy, you can go up to your enemy's door and he's bound by cultural
Customs.
I'm listening.
Customs.
You need a mic too. Customs, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate all the help I can get. That what happens is you take this person under your wing, so to speak, and you let them live in your house for 3 days. 3 days of living in your enemy's house, and then you gotta leave. But during that time, you are wined and dined with the best that your enemy has. And that's quite a big change for someone like us to do something like that. And I was real happy to see and hear it broadcast this morning on Daily Word. That's my share. Share one, now share two. I've talked to Diane yesterday. I'm thinking, yeah, yesterday. And she arrived okay in Berlin, and they were getting ready to have spaghetti for dinner. Now, how much more information do we need? Is that German?
Cuisine.
German cuisine, I see. All right. So can anybody think of anything else? See, you got plenty of time. Okay, well, I think that it's time for another song then.
218. We follow Christ, the unity way, the way of study and prayer. What help we need is in return, and friend Him always there. U-N-I-T-Y, unity. We live in truth that makes us
favorite songs. That's why we sang it today. And when I sing it at Unity, it's U-N-I-T-Y. We sing it out. Unity. We love the truth that makes us free. You might have noticed that I didn't sing all the way through on all of the songs. And the reason is if I sing too much, you'll have to take my word for this, I sometimes pass out. And I'm not excited about doing that, so I just stop singing so that I can enjoy the marvelous music that comes from your throats. And I'm gonna so we can have a record of what I do or don't do. Diane,
Charles, Mike.
we'll see how long this lasts. She decided that what my title of my talk is.
Someone has to decide.
You know what that is? Did you see it? It's on last week's bulletin. Yeah, she said, why don't you speak on my life as an underground newspaper publisher? Hands, please. How many want to see that? Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. I'm sure she said that because she and I have a whole lot in common for a long, long time. And because of that, we've told a lot of stories. We're both good storytellers. I'm pausing for a minute. Okay. So we have a lot of stories to tell, and actually more stories than most people that I know. She's just a wealth of information. She has a marvelous ability to remember. Excuse me just a minute.
You need that?
Thank you so much.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't it great this is all on video? Sometimes it's better if I sit down,
That's better, comfortable.
and that way I can see what's going on. And so the topic is my time as an underground newspaper publisher. So I guess I might as well talk about that for a bit and get it out of the way. When I was in the Navy, no, we're not going to tell those stories. They were boring. I'm thinking. So, okay, yeah, when I got out of the Navy after 4 years of service, I didn't know what to do. For 4 years, I've been doing all kinds of strange things, but they were not what I was getting paid to do. They were what I felt like doing in order to keep my sanity from running away from me. So, I where I lived at the time, and lo and behold, there was a strange store. In those days, they called it a head shop. And it was where people went to do things that they shouldn't ought to do back in the day. And so I went in to see what it was that they had, and ended up buying a copy of a newspaper called the Raspberry Radical. Raspberry was misspelled, and so it was Radical. And people that ran this paper said that there was a reason for that. So I bought this paper and I looked through it, and I found a small little article that said that there was a meeting once a week of the Dayton View Conspiracy in church. And so I went to their next meeting and I said, what can I do to write for your paper? And they said, give us an article. So I did. I went home, wrote an article entitled, what was it entitled? It had to do with adults and how they deal with the changes that are taking place. And so they went ahead and took it and published it. I turned out to be a publisher or to be a writer of an article for if I haven't told you before, I sometimes have what many of us have, and that's an inability to remember what we're talking about, but it always comes back. So I wrote this article and they published it, and the next issue of the Dayton Daily News, which was the regular newspaper in town, they did an article on my article, and they praised my article and said that it contained something rarely found in a newspaper, in journal, an original idea. I swear that's what they said. I've got it at home still. Well, I was hooked. So I started writing and doing anything that they needed done, helping do their layout, helping to draw blue lines on a piece of paper so we could get straight lines on copy. I did tell them, I said, I'll do anything you want except sell newspapers. I will not sell newspapers on the street corner. I ended up being the only seller of raspberry on street corners. And I got along real well with people, including police. They were, in fact, we did an article once, centerfold, and had a big, huge cloud that was coming off of some incense burners. And the cloud was shaped in words that said, taking your pill today. And the police officer came over and he said, let's see if you got my pill. And I was going, boy, I'm in trouble. Nope, you're aspirin. You got my drugs on there. And so I became good friends with the police. I finally got to the place where I was doing so much with the raspberry that I decided they needed a publisher. They didn't have one. So I declared myself to be the publisher. And that worked out real well. It led me to Michigan, where I have notes on what to say in Michigan. So anyway, that's enough of that. This is church. And let's see if we can speak on something that is more relevant to our daily blessings. Somewhere along, I think it happened here in Michigan, but it might have happened before I got here. Probably before I got here. I created something called 4 Steps to Manifestation. It was 4 steps to go on to receive whatever it is that you're looking for in your life, whether it's physical or non-physical. 4 steps to manifestation. Manifestation means that what you want, what you desire, becomes real for you in your life. Is there anybody that would like that to happen in their life? You know, I think we all would in one way or another. So how many of you have heard me talk about these 4 steps? Then I'm going to talk about them again, because most people haven't heard about it. I had never thought about it before in these terms. But when it came to me, it made perfect sense. And so I decided to wing it this morning. I'm going to read you the 4 steps so you can raise your hand next time and say, yes, I've heard it. And then we're going to go back and we're going to go in a little bit more detail, because how much fun can this be if we don't do anything with it? So 4 steps to manifestation. Number 1, get a clear intention of what you desire in your life. Everybody got that? Get a clear intention of what you desire in your life. Does anybody recognize where that came from? Where did I get that line? Listening. That's from Wayne Dyer. You all know who Wayne Dyer is?
Yeah.
Yeah, most people do. Most people do. Well, that's number 1. Get a clear intention of what you desire in your life. Number 2, slip into the gap between thoughts. The gap is the window, the corridor, the transformational vortex through which the present personal psyche communicates with the cosmic psyche. We'll talk about more of that in a bit. Number 3, stay alert to possibility and opportunity. And finally, number 4 is network, network, network. Now let me explain to you what all that means. Get a clear intention of what you desire in your life. That's number 1. If you don't have a clear intention of what it is that you want, what do you think you're going to get?
Nothing.
Whatever the hell happens to come up. Doesn't matter what it is. Whatever's there in your consciousness at the time you are looking for what you need in your life, or feel that you need in your life, or what did I say, intention, a clear intention of what you desire in your life. Most of us don't do that. We don't take the time to figure out, what is it that I want in my life? What is it that I want to have expressed in my life? And then we wonder why we don't get what we want. It's because we didn't actually state what we want. Now, that's a good start for us to get a clear intention. Intention is an important word. This is talking about what you need for your better life that you're experiencing right now. Did you know that you have control over your life? You have control over everything you think, say, and do. Everything. You can't just get away with blaming it on somebody else. That doesn't work. That's why I tell people flat out, I think I had a stroke a couple of months ago, and I can't talk as well as I used to. And I can't remember the things I remember or used to remember. But that's okay. That's just the way the cards are dealt. That's what it is that I'm dealing with. And I'm going to be real interested to see how this develops, where it goes and what it does. And all of us can do this. In fact, all of us do it. We just don't want to admit it. You know, but me, I'm crazy. I'll admit it. Yeah. He used to be in the circus. No, don't believe that. That wasn't true. I don't think. No, well, I did. I used to sponsor love-ins. Free music in the park, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, sometime after the service, if you want to see an interesting picture of me back in the day, it's quite different. Things weren't the same then as they are now, and vice versa. So anyway, we've got our clear intention of what we desire in our life. So what do we need next? Number 2, and most people love this one out of the 4. Slip into the gap between thoughts. The gap is the window, the corridor, the transformational vortex through which the personal psyche communicates with the cosmic psyche. So you want to know what to do after you've got a clear picture of what it is that you want in your life? That's what this is about. You've got to slip into the gap. Now, the way I usually teach it, in fact, what I'm teaching today, word for word, is not the 4 steps as I created them. I forgot what they were. So I just make up the best that I can that is in harmony with what it is that I believe and you believe. Are we doing okay? Okay, well, where did this idea come from? It came directly from a guy whose name I don't remember, Deepak Chopra. Deepak Chopra. Yeah, he was the one that came up with this idea of slipping into the gap. So oftentimes when I'm talking to people and I want to mention something about the gap, what I'm looking to mention for them is the realization that they have to release completely everything attached to number 1. Did you get that?
Say it again.
You have to release everything that's attached to the gap. You don't need this stuff. All this extra stuff and baggage that we carry, we do not need. In fact, it gets in the way. Absolutely, every time. Why does it get in the way? Because that's how number 1. We're asking for a manifestation of something in our lives and affairs. And then we're turning right around and doing what? We're telling God what to do and how to do it. This is the best thing for me to get what I need in my life, and I need you to do something to make it happen. Well, we make it happen by letting go. That's a hard one to do. I know people that have been hung up on this their entire lives. Their entire lives, that they're trying to get what it is that they need, and more power to them. I understand that. I've been there myself. I remember once making a claim, a religious claim, to stuff that I didn't even believe. But I figured, what the hell, it may work. and so I begged God to help me. And then I looked at myself and I said, what are you doing? You don't believe this. You really don't believe this. And it was quite a shock to me to realize that. So what we normally do, those that are familiar with the with slipping into the gap, is we say that. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna throw it in the gap. When it goes in the gap, it's just like Star Wars or Star Trek. Just like Star Trek, you throw it in the machine and it vaporizes. You know? And you may go, yeah, well, that's a silly thought. I don't care if you think it's silly or not. I know in my way of life, it works. I don't get up here to share with people stuff that doesn't work. That'd be crazy. I might get run out of town. So what we want to do is we'll say it again, slip into the gap between thoughts. These are your instructions and mine. Slip into the gap between thoughts. That means don't think about this anymore. You have to completely let it go. That's how it works. And if you don't like the way it works, tough. I do the best I can. I'm trying to teach people what will work and what won't work for them. And then it's up to them. I can't be responsible for that. I have enough to take care of my own stuff without getting involved in other people's stuff. And I know it's a real big temptation. I'm tempted. But I know from experience what works and what doesn't work. Have I told you before about my friend who it is? Forgetting who it is. Anyway, somebody that I know, a bunch of people. Now wait a minute, I heard somebody laugh. No laughing.
Too bad.
My friend's name was Verl Minto. That's an interesting name. Verl Minto. And he did a seminar that ran for 24 hours. Not consistent. He did it over 6 nights. And one of the many things that he taught people in those sessions was how to program a parking space. You heard me talk about this before? Have any of you ever programmed a parking space? Do you know what program a parking space is? That's where you make up your mind where you are going to park when you go somewhere. And then you let it go. Like number 1, you let that desire go because it's just a desire. Let it go completely. And the way you manifest that parking space is to believe that it's there waiting for you. Oh, well, that'll never work for me. Nothing ever works for me. Yeah, I've heard all kinds of excuses that people have for why things won't work. Why what won't work? God. You're getting in God's way and saying, oh, I'm the better one, I know. You're ignoring people like Wayne Dyer, you're ignoring people like Deepak Chopra. You just need to let go. And when you let go, that means you are no longer attached to what it is that you think you're attached to. You have to let it go completely. And that brings you to step 3, stay alert to possibility and opportunity. That's not what the original number 3 said, but I forgot what it was. So I had to make up another one.
That's good.
Yep. And one of the reasons I go ahead and do this is so you realize Well, if he can get through it, then I can certainly do it too. And let me see, who did number three? Number three, stay alert to possibility and opportunity. Oh, I'm the one that created that. That's right. Stay alert to possibility, stay alert to opportunity. The reason for that is because oh God, I tell you this, when I realized what I'm about to share with you, it just really blew my mind. Absolutely. Because I discovered something I had never known. I was maybe 50 years old. And I discovered something highly unusual. It was me. I was the one that found it out, who discovered it, who realized that God does answer prayer. And how does God do it? How does God answer prayer? God answers prayer by providing us with opportunities and I lost the word, it was on the stay alert to possibility and opportunity. God answers prayer by giving us opportunities. And those opportunities lead us to the answer that we seek. And if that answer isn't the one we think we need, then throw the damn thing away and get a new one. All that you got to do is say, hey, God, that one stunk, give me a good one. And lo and behold, you'll find that God is willing to do that, is willing to give you whatever it is that you feel that you need. There's somebody, I'm sure she understands it in her own way and voice. So we want to let God. I'm trying to remember, have I ever seen that, those words? Let God. We want to let God do what God does. God hears our prayer. We put it into a clear way of speaking and thinking and doing. I love kids. They are wonderful, wonderful. Okay, I think I got sidetracked on something there.
Get out of God's way.
Get out of God's way. Thank you. Get out of God's way and, oh yeah, how to program a parking space. You just go ahead and make up your mind and let it go, release it, let it go. Release it is no longer yours. If you want to keep it, it's going to keep you in bondage for as long as you're full enough to carry it around on your back. But you don't have to do that. And so what I did after attending his seminar seven times, I decided to just pay attention to it and practice what he was saying over and over again. Over and over and over and over again. And I discovered something unusual. I was not only able to program a parking space, I was able to do it without thinking. I was able to just feel what I needed to do, feel who I needed to be. And it was there. It was there all along. So for me, ever since that time that Verl taught the classes I went to, I went all over the place in Michigan and in Ohio and wherever it was that I went, I left that were right where I needed them. And how, were you accurate all the time? No. Were you? You ask such silly questions. No, nothing is perfect all of the time. And there's reasons for that. It's because there are plenty of answers to prayer waiting for us to recognize them. They're just sitting around waiting for us. Bucky Fuller once told me, he says, when I'm driving down the street, he says, I may see a tree and I'll ask myself a question. What is that tree called? What's its name? How old is it? Where has it been before now? He says, just constant questions, and then I let the questions go. I release them. Ooh, that sounds like the Gap. And that's because it is. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was doing the same thing that other knowers are doing. And that's taking advantage of letting God work with us, in harmony with us, and make our lives much, much easier and more exciting and more fun and more prosperous in many, many ways. I could spend an entire day here telling you stories, true stories, of things that have happened in me in my life that are incredibly marvelous. If it weren't for the fact that I know what's going on, I'd be absolutely totally amazed at what life is like. I've had situations like somebody walked up and tapped me on the shoulder from behind me, and I turned around and we lived together for 13 years. From that moment. Or I had a situation, again, this was a relationship of somebody whom I saw and that I hadn't seen in a long time. I went over and said hi to them, and I ended up living with them for 10 years. Boy, I gotta watch that finger, it gets me in all kinds of strange places. So anyway, let's get back on course, Charles, so we can stay, number 3, stay alert to possibility and opportunity, and now number 4 is the final one, and I got that one from my wife, who's since deceased. She said, network. Now, did she go around doing that? No, she didn't really. What she did go around doing was, every time she talked to somebody on the phone, or she talked to one of her children, she had 4 children, grandchildren, he talked to them on the phone. At the end of every conversation, she would say, if you need anything, let me know. If you need anything, let me know. Hey, if you need anything, let me know. If you need anything, let me know. That was networking with people, letting them know that all they had to do was ask. And they would get what it is that they need. They would get what it is that they want. And they would live a much happier life. Are there any of those 4 that you have any questions of? Because I do. But I'm going to leave them. I want to read through these again to see if there's anything that I lost that's important. 4 steps to manifestation. Number 1, get a clear intention of what you desire in your life. Number 2, slip into the gap between thoughts. The gap is the window, the corridor, the transformational vortex through which the personal psyche communicates with the cosmic psyche. Number 3, stay alert to possibility and opportunity. And finally, number 4, network network, network. How do you network? When you walk out the door, you see somebody say hi. That's all it takes, hi. You don't have to stop and talk unless you feel like it. They're not in your command of you. You can do whatever it is that you want. So I like to do things like go to a store that still has checkout people. And we go to checkout and inevitably one of these people will say, hello. Boy, that's a starter. Hello. How are you today? No, and when they say, how are you today? My response is, I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day. Don't you just love it? Say something that's positive. Say it like you really mean it. And before long, you'll find out that you really do mean it. So you network by talking to people, by making connections with people. I'm terrible at that. Hey, you shouldn't be talking like that. Oh, okay. I am challenged, put it that way, in dealing with networking, in making a connection with people. I don't do it real well, but I practice doing it better. And that's important. That's a good way to, I mean, I have opportunities that they come up and they drop themselves in my lap. And I go, oh, not today. I don't think I'll do it today. That's just a waste of time and energy. Do it and move on. So, I'm doing a quick analysis. I think this has been good. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you need a copy of these 4 affirmations, all you need to do is network. Just let me know. You know, and I don't care what your situation is, this stuff works. I had a woman come up to me once and she said, I tried this, what you talk about, and it doesn't work. I said, it works, honey. It's you that don't work. I said, this works. How do I know? Because it works, because I do it all the time. I do it every day. So if you want it to work, you got to get out of the way and let it work. And if you don't want to, that's okay. God's got plenty to do to keep him busy. Laughter. Laughter? No laughter? That was a joke. God's got plenty to do to keep him busy. Okay, well, thank you for coming today. We got Diane for another 3 weeks, is in Germany. She, I think, is having a good time. She's talking about painting her toenails. And that's good. That's good. Yeah, I knew a dentist once who also was an artist. And he says, here I am, a dentist, and a successful artist. I have my own store where I sell beautiful paintings that people have done. That I sponsor people from across the U.S., around the world. And he says, if you come to my house late at night, you'll find me sitting on the floor along with 3 kids that he sponsored and adopted. He adopted these kids. He adopted a granddaughter. He is quite an interesting guy. And he said, if you come over to my house at night, you'll see me sitting in the bathroom having my toenails done by my granddaughter. I will cease before we hit the magic number.
Oh,
Thank you all
we're
for
already at
coming.
an hour.
Pardon?
We're at an hour.
For ad? Okay.
Dancing with the chair.
Yeah, you do that very well.
Just don't dance with the floor.
Now we're going to do number 320, Namaskar, in preparation for our meditation.
320.
320, 320. Namaskar, I salute the divinity in you. Namaskar, may my love of divinity shine through. Farewell, Namaskar, Namaskar, Namaskar. Speak the word of its truth and life to be. Namaskar, with nature in every boundary. Near and far, on heaven's side. Namaskar, Namaskar, Namaskar. Charles, do you want to do the meditation?
I guess so. Let's take this in our hands. Realize that we have tremendous amount of power in our lives and affairs, and we give thanks for that, and we bless our love offering with the blessing, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am and all that I receive. Amen. Did I do it wrong?
Interesting meditation.
Oh, that was a meditation. Well, that's good. That's good. It will work.
Come forward.
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay, choir.
practice for when Diane comes back.
Choir.
Yes.
I think we'll skip ours.
And you're right, Louis, we should have had,
That's all right.
Okay, we've had that practice of blessing our offering, so we'll do it again in the real world now.
Divine.
Forgot the offering. You know it? No, Edward knows it.
Yeah, we can just do it, yeah.
We're good. It's blessed. We can collect.
In the sky, in the sea, in the welcome of spring, in the warmth of the sun, in the song that I sing, He is there.
clap.
Are we done?
I think we're moving on to the peace song.
You gonna do the peace song, Charles?
Come on up. I still remember.
Let's turn camera off.
Prayer for protection.
The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us,
And
the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is,
And
all is well. And that's the truth. It's cookie time.
Oh.
That was cool.